Now we're live. Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone here at Congregation Beth Yeshurun for our Parsha Smart class, learning the Rav Wolbe on Chumash. And I would like to share Dvar Torah with all of our friends around the table here, but also all of our friends on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So we see this week's Parsha. We have the cliffhanger that we were left with last week, which was that Joseph is giving a hard time to his brothers, and he wants to take Benjamin as a prisoner to test them and see if they are, if they're sincere, if they've changed their ways, if they're going to be different in how they treat this brother of his, Benjamin. So he gives them a little bit of a hard time. I want to share with you the verse, and then I want to talk to you about the responsibility that each of us have for our own brothers. Okay, not necessarily our blood brothers, but our spiritual brothers, our brethren, the Jewish people. So it says like this. So here they are. They're saying to themselves, "Oh my goodness, look what's going on over here." He's about to take our brother. He says, "Kilo nuchal, we won't be able to liros pnei ha'ish, we won't be able to see the face of our father. Ve'achinu hakotan einenu itanu, and our little brother is not with us. How will we be able to see the face of our brother, of our father, our master, if our brother is not with us?" So I've seen our sages explain that this is the responsibility that every Jew has for one another. Because there's going to come a day where we're going to be by our master, the master of the universe, the creator of heaven and earth. And he's going to say, "Well, what did you do with your life?" You can say, "Oh, well, I did this, and I was so honest in business, and I took care of my family." "Yeah, but what's with your brother?" "My brother? What are you talking about, my brother?" "Yeah, your brother. You have a responsibility for your brethren." Do you have neighbors on your block who don't know that it's Hanukkah? Do you have neighbors on your block who don't know what Shabbos is, who don't know what candle lighting is, who don't know what kosher food is? And they're Jewish. And you didn't reach out to them? And that's a responsibility that every single Jew needs to feel from our tribes. Ech nuchal liros pnei ha'ish. How? Kilo nuchal. We won't be able to see the face of our master. And our younger brother, our brethren, is not with us. How can we approach God and say we neglected our own brethren? So I think that one of the most important, obviously this is why my wife and I have dedicated much of our life to doing Jewish outreach and to learning with the community, is because we feel that it's a responsibility from this verse and from other sources, is that our obligation as Jews is to be responsible for one another, right? Not to call names to one another, not to judge one another, but rather to love and care about one another, and to do whatever we can do. Yeah, well, I'm not a rabbi. I'm not going to go teach them. It's not my business. It is our business. We're a brother, and if we're a brother, we care. That's what brothers do. You know, what's that famous the song? He's my brother. He ain't heavy, right? If we consider every Jew as our brother, nothing's too heavy, nothing's too difficult, nothing is so unattainable. We can do it. We just have to realize that every single Jew is our brother, and that's our responsibility. It's our family. And if a Jew, I'll tell you something amazing. In the great Mir Yeshiva in Jerusalem, Reb Chaim Shmulevitz, who was the Rosh Yeshiva of the yeshiva, every single Yom Kippur would say an incredible lecture right after Kol Nidre. And one of the things that he would say was that if there's anybody in this room who didn't lose one night of sleep this year, because of his concern for his brethren, he has no business coming here. He has no business praying on Yom Kippur, asking for forgiveness, if he doesn't care enough for God's own children. It's a very serious thing. That doesn't mean that we're going to start now proselytizing and going around missionizing, telling, hey, you want to appear at tzitzis? Hey, tefillin? Hey, that's not what it means. It means that if we have something, we have an event that's coming up, you're going to a class, call a friend, say, why don't you come with me? Right? You're going to synagogue, say, do you need a ride? You want to come with me? Right? Whatever it is that we can spread that net. If ever, it's like, think of social networking in a Jewish realm. How does social networking work? It works that I know you, and then I can connect with all your friends, and then connect with one of those, and I have a whole new network of people. And then that person, that network keeps on expanding. If we go and inspire one Jew, that Jew can inspire a whole another world, and then that Jew a whole other world. Right? Again, we're not claiming to be the Messiah, and we're not claiming to be the rabbis. Torah belongs to every single Jew. And that's our responsibility, that if we care for every single one of our brothers and sisters, then we'll do everything we can to inspire them, to show them the joy, to show them the love that Judaism really holds. That's, it's funny because people say, oh, if you start talking about love and religion, people think you're talking about Christianity. No, where do you think they got it from? Right? They got it from Judaism. Right? V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha comes from the Torah. Loving your fellow like yourself, right, doesn't come from anything but the Torah. Right? All of these ideas of happiness, of joy, of pleasure, of fulfillment. This is the great gift that we have in the Torah. Share that light. Right? Let's not, God forbid, be in a situation where we come to our Master, our Creator, when time comes, and He says, "Where's your brother?" I'm like, my brother? I have no idea. I didn't bring him with me. What do you mean you didn't bring him with you? He's your brother. If you cared about him, you'd bring him with you. All right? So let's take this lesson from this week's Parsha, and let's try to think about all our brethren that we can include in everything that we do, right? Slowly introduce them. I can't even tell you how many people today are involved in learning on a regular basis because one person told them, you should try a Torah class. You should try. The synagogue offers a class. Here in Beth Yeshurun, it's Thursday mornings. They have also Sunday morning they have classes. Right? You have in other synagogues in Bethel in Missouri City, we have on Thursday nights. In Bris Shalom, we have on Sunday mornings. In Temple Beth Torah, we have in Umbel on Sunday mornings. In Temple Beth Tikva now, in Clear Lake, we restarted. Rabbi Johnny Uzen is starting now on Sunday mornings. We have in Congregation Beth Rambam on Saturday. We have in 18 different congregations, classes that are provided by Torch. But Torch is not the only entity in town. There are other organizations that offer a Jewish education. That's our responsibility. Let's get people to learn more, because the more we know, the more powerful our decisions are. Right? The more informed we are, the better our decisions are. And when it comes to Judaism, I think it's the number one priority that we need to invest in our future. Right? Is knowledge, wisdom. Because if the smarter you are, the better your decisions will be. Right, Doc? Bruce agrees. It has to be true. All right. Thank you very much for joining us, our friends on Facebook. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it online. If you didn't, please call me after and we'll work it out. Thank you all for joining us here live, and have a terrific Shabbos.